My name is Yves de Lafontaine. I'm from Seychelles and I'm the head chef of Koyaria. I mean, it just happened more than having dreamt as a dream job as young. So it happened in a certain way that it was introduced to me instead of me driving towards it in a certain way. And you fall in love, with being creative, being quite spontaneous. You learn a craft from someone that you admire, you respect. And they see the potential perhaps in you, and they devote some of their time to you, and you start like that. And that's basically how I started. It's, someone seeing a potential. When I sort of decided to be a chef, everybody was going, oh, okay, amazing. You can work everywhere in the world. Everybody needs to eat. And so I took that to heart. and I wanted to try and get some interesting places to work. And one of the places was to work on a live on board dive yacht, which is two of the things I love to do. From Seychelles, scuba diving, and to work on a boat and get paid for it. So we were diving in the most exotic places on the planet, which handful of people go to. There are very limited numbers of people actually get to these places. They're quite remote. So the best time of my life, to be honest. I've always been intrigued with the Middle East and how the food scene and the pace is moving quite fast. I was here before in the past, and returning back to the Middle East, now Riyadh. That's always been a great challenge and was something I wanted to follow and to be part of this, as they referred to before, as the wave of the new direction where Saudi is going. So it's always quite exciting to be part of it. Before I came here, in the past we used to hear Saudi Arabia being a little bit different, a little bit more closed, a little bit more contained to the Western world. And in the past few years, from my understanding, has opened up to the different markets. And that's where it basically caught more of my attention. There was the big push in the media about making this place a tourist destination. So you get to learn a bit more about it. And so being intrigued from there, sort of sparks a bit of attention and wants you to experience it for yourself firsthand. Being in the Middle East, you don't learn a lot of Arabic. Okay, you're not exposed to the national language. Here you are a little bit more. It was helped a lot to know a few words in Arabic. The usual one, shukran, kifali. And there's a pronunciation difference. So sometimes what I've learned before and using here is quite different. And mashallah is the biggest word you will hear here. And of course, I love that. I love to get back into the roots of it, the old cultural food, the authentic cuisine of the place is always quite intriguing with me. And of course, I love nature as a person, so I am now waiting to go to the edge of the world, and I know it's there already available, but I'm saving myself too so I can do it as a family outing. Yeah, and Heat Cave is one place on the list as well. Being part of the desert, of course, I love the outdoors, and I got the opportunity to go do some quad biking last year, and I'm really looking forward to do it again. I know now it's a little bit cold, and yeah. The social life here has been a little bit limited, and partly my fault. The work does consume most of your time, and usually the small time off that you have, you want just to relax and catch up with the family and whatnot. But what we've been doing in the past was to eat out. The food scene here is madness, and there's more to come. So it's always good to go out and try another chef's food. And of course, within the industry, you get to know each other. Either if it's within the same group of companies or you're trying a direct competitor. Basically, you go out and eat. My day would normally be at 11 o'clock in the kitchen, go through the ordering, see what's coming in, then want to grab a cup of coffee. Welcome the crew in as they're coming in, go in their section individually, always trying to be one-on-one, talk to them.
Hey Dipo, how's the mise en place for today, mate? All good? What did you make here? Is this your mash? Yeah? Excellent.
Then we go for the daily briefing. There's always something interesting happening in the kitchen. Someone leaving for vacation, coming back for vacation.
Briefing!
And it's always a good time, early morning, to give them a bit of praise. Yeah, it must. We do work in a high pressure environment. We're moving quick, we're talking fast. And that's a good time to bring them down, center everybody, praise them when it needs to be praised. Then we focus on where points needs to be addressed, what we can be better at. So I always like to use that time there. And we do also do a 5:30 briefing, which is more to the brass tacks. This is what's going to happen tonight, tack. Let's go for service. A little pep talk, get everybody energized, and off we go.
So, like I mentioned, ensure on the consistency every day, right? Yes. I don't want anything but the best on the pass. Yes. All right? Yes. Let's go have a great service, guys. Thank you.
With the Peruvian cuisine, it's quite complex. The flavors are quite diverse. Of course, it's a great big country. And what I'm trying to do and trying to bring some flavors to Koya is we're going back to the simplicity of things, not overmasking, overpowering the flavors. So I'm working on a few dishes on that side where we're going back, we're stripping back the recipes that is already there and try and bring in a new direction. Oh no, we have to be quite innovative in what we do, but sometimes we forget the simplest things in life. And scaling back is always, less is more. So I'm taking that sort of approach with and some of the dishes I showed you today that we did in the kitchen, where we're just scaling back and making the product be where they should be, in the limelight. Well, in the restaurant scene here, with the immense growth that we're having, bringing a brand like Koya into a new environment where there is certain flavors that may not match the Saudi palate. We do have a lot of raw, the Japanese influence on the Peruvian cuisine is quite strong in our menu. So we thrive on the feedback. We know our guests do appreciate our flavors, but we want a little bit more back from them, some direction. We have taken some drastic moves in our menu, in how we present the food, how we preparing the food to match the palate. And it's with those great comments, great feedback, that we've managed to reach a greater, broader audience. And for us to be competitive in this market, to be part of, in that race, to be on the top, right? So the restaurant awards that go out every year, now and then, they are significant for us. It tells us a little bit. It's like a little pat on the back, okay? A little good job, a little well done, a little recognition. Sometimes, of course, we overemphasize that we think we should have won. Maybe they say, we should be ranked a little bit higher.
It's amazing.
But that makes us strive for more. It's a way of telling, yes, you're doing a good job, or you're on the right path. You've been recognized for the work you've been doing. Koya itself, we got our first award after the first 6 months of opening, which is a great morale boost for everybody, And it does have a significance for sure. After a very busy week, such as we've been having now, it's always nice just to get out of the house, go somewhere different. And I've chosen the library. Go back somewhere peaceful, quiet, zen. Open your mind in a different genre that you normally wouldn't do. And doing a small trip like this to the library was very nice. It was nice, calming, soothing environment. Be with someone different. And I had Misha and Bader today. Bader is our local waiter, and he wanted to take us to one of his little joints, little digs where he goes and chills out. So he showed us a place. We sat down. We played some PlayStation as well and shoot some pool, which I haven't done for a long time. And it's good to blow out some steam. We are like a very small family at the Korea. We all are away from home. Pat is here as a local, and he's passionate about it. To show us things, to tell us about his food. He's all like bringing honey at work for us to taste and everything else. So it was very nice just to get out for a few hours and forget about the phone ringing and the ordering of tomorrow. Today we went to visit the Institute of Culinary. It's actually very heartwarming to see that there is a greater presence of recognition in the industry. There's a good foundation, especially being represented in Riyadh for, I think, us in our industry, right? Throughout, I'm not just talking restaurant, kitchen. They're going in deep into the hotel, the back of house, and teaching the foundation to develop this industry in a very modern way, which I think has been lacking in different places of the world as well. And it's nice to see that Saudi and Riyadh now is catching up and doing their part to bring talented people back in the industry.
And so on. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big change since when I was in hotel school. Huh?
The venue was amazing. The setting was out of this world. It's everything you expect from a major music festival. And surprisingly, the crowd there, the music, the lineup itself was something to glance at it twice. But seeing the setup, it was on par. It was on par. When the time comes for my term or my duty will end here, my residency will come to an end. One thing that I've missed, I will definitely miss here, is the hospitality of the locals. People are very friendly here, and they want to tell you more. They want to, especially if you've been here for a short time like I have, they want to show you around. They want to give you pointers where to go. Yeah, this is definitely the hospitality. The Saudi hospitality is the thing that I'll definitely miss a lot. It's a great country and people are very proud of their heritage and everything else. They have a good reason to be here. Bon là, au Saudi, mon arrivé après 1 an, depuis mon arrivée là. Commence le travail, commence le restaurant, pareil, tout le monde a vu. Et après 17 ans, depuis mon qui c'est sûr. Et un endroit vraiment fantastique pour travailler, pour rester. Avec une quantité de choses pour faire. Il peut boom dans certaines directions qui pas beaucoup dans l'endroit de monde qui peut bouger de verre comme ça, le développement. Et si vous avez un sens pour venir ici, venir visiter, ou bien un sens pour venir travailler, et il y a l'endroit fantastique pour faire la vie. Et, of course, on n'a pas beaucoup de créoles ici, par exemple. Votre expérience, vous l'avez joignée.